Welcome back to Trumpery, where we dissect the delusions, deceptions, and disingenuity of the dawn of the Vericosa Nostra. On November 14th, that dog that hasn't barked posted a 294-word tirade on the inaccurately named Truth Social, announcing that I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. He went on to vigorously toss his own word salad with all the coherence of a Mad Libs filled out by a schizopsychotic on phencyclidine, and his message prompted Representative Greene to respond on the platform formerly known as Twitter that it's astonishing, really, how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out. But I don't worship or serve Donald Trump. Amongst the predictably senseless absurdities, one particularly intriguing claim stood out, wherein Trump insisted that one of his record achievements was stopping 8 wars. This is a fascinating claim from someone who erroneously refers to the Department of Defense as the Department of War, who is currently waging an unauthorized Caribbean war, and whose Deputy Attorney General just announced that the executive branch is at war against the judicial branch of the United States government. But it seems that the 8 quote-unquote wars to which Trump is referring here include a series of conflicts that were either ended without his involvement, haven't actually ended yet, or were never wars in the first place. The Second Nagorno-Karabakh War between the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Republic of Armenia, for instance, occurred during the fall of 2020 and ended on November 10th with a ceasefire agreement negotiated by the Russian Federation and signed by Vladimir Putin, with no input or influence from Trump. The conflict between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of Rwanda has been ongoing since March of 2022, when the March 23rd movement, otherwise known as M23, launched a series of paramilitary offensives against the Congolese military. An agreement was signed between the foreign ministers of the two countries on June 27th of this year in Washington, D.C., and has failed to stop the militant campaign of the Rwandan-backed Congolese Revolutionary Army, which has continued its war across the region as recently as October of this year. A series of strikes between the State of Israel and the Islamic Republic of Iran followed a decades-long proxy war that had been going on since February of 1985, and which had been amplified by the United States' assassination of Iranian military officer Qasem Soleimani in January of 2020 on Trump's orders. After Israeli attacks killed more than 1,000 Iranians over the course of 12 days in the summer of 2025, Trump announced a ceasefire on Truth Social on June 24th, after which Israel launched additional strikes against the capital city of Tehran, and Iran responded with missile strikes against the city of Beersheba, with the Minister of Foreign Affairs indicating that no ceasefire had been agreed to. A 4-day conflict between the Republic of India and the Islamic Republic of Pakistan occurred in May of 2025 when India launched Operation Sindoor in response to a terrorist attack in the town of Pahalgam, and Pakistan retaliated with Operation Bunyan-Marsus, which targeted 3 Indian air bases. India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri and Pakistani Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar came to a ceasefire agreement on May 10th that was negotiated, quote, directly between India and Pakistan under the existing channels established between both militaries. Another 4-day border skirmish over disputed territory between the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Kingdom of Thailand occurred in July of 2025, with the Royal Thai Air Force deploying General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcons sold to them by the United States to conduct airstrikes against Cambodian military installations along the border. Trump attended the signing of the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accord as a witness on October 26th of 2025, though on November 10th, several Thai soldiers were injured by a landmine, prompting Thailand to suspend the agreement, and hostilities were renewed 2 days later when the Cambodian Defense Ministry accused the Royal Thai Army of killing a Cambodian civilian. A dispute between the Arab Republic of Egypt and the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia emerged from the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, otherwise known as the Millennium Dam, which Egypt and the Sudan view as a threat to their water security. No military hostilities ever resulted from the dispute, though Trump complicated negotiations by falsely claiming that the dam had been funded by the United States, despite having been entirely paid for by the nation of Ethiopia, by cutting American funding to Ethiopia, and by suggesting that Egyptian agents could just blow up the dam if no diplomatic settlement was reached, and that dispute, unsurprisingly, remains unresolved. The individual signings of separate documents occurred in September of 2020 by President of the Republic of Serbia Aleksandar Vučić and then Prime Minister of the Republic of Kosovo Avdullah Hoti to normalize economic relations between the two countries, who haven't engaged in military hostilities since June of 1999, when Serbia was still known as the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia and Bill Clinton was president. Current Kosovar President Vjosa Osmani has credited the North Atlantic Treaty Organization with helping to prevent tensions between the two nations from escalating. And the war between the State of Israel and the Islamic Resistance Movement has been ongoing since October 7th of 2023, when Operation Al-Aqsa Flood unfolded in a series of coordinated armed incursions from the Gaza Strip into southern Israel. A ceasefire had been negotiated in May of 2024 and presented by President Joe Biden, with Israel and Hamas signing on January 17th of 2025, 3 days before Biden left office. That ceasefire expired on March 18th, 2 months into Trump's term, and early that morning, Israel launched Operation Might and Sword against the Gaza Strip, slaughtering 400 Palestinians, including 263 women and children. On October 9th, Trump attended the negotiation of a hostage and prisoner exchange agreement, and 3 days later he declared that the war was over. Israeli defense forces subsequently conducted attacks on the city of Beit Lahia on October 19th and October 29th in contradiction of Trump's declaration, killing more than 180 Palestinians in northern Gaza, including dozens of children. In summary, this one claim contained just 3 words, with all of them being demonstrably false, and the claim itself included 8 factually inaccurate assertions, resulting in an unprecedented 266.67% falsity quotient, and thereby making this singular claim an extraordinary instance of supersaturated Trumpery.